The easiest way to figure out if she's a friend or a flirt is to look at how this girl behaves around other guys. If she treats you the same way as everyone else, chances are that she's very friendly and just doesn't see you that way. On the other hand, if she treats you differently, you might be onto something. Does she act more standoffish towards them, then lights up when she sees you? Does it almost seem like she goes out of her way to talk to you or be your friend? If so, she's got a crush on you and is trying to get your attention pretty hard. Here are signs she has a massive crush on you. 1. She gives you the universal flirting look. This is a cool fact that has been backed by anthropologists. Regardless of what culture you're from, women typically signal sexual interest by a certain gesture that is called a universal flirting look. If you notice the girl in question lowering her chin and smiling while looking up into your eyes, she has a crush on you. This actually is an instinctual way women make themselves more attractive to men. 2. You can't help but notice that she's very touchy-feely. You know how you always want to grab and hold the girl you've got a crush on? Girls get that same instinct too, and if she has a crush on you, she will come up with reasons to stroke you, hug you, or glomp you. That being said, you shouldn't give up just because she's not reaching out to pat your leg. Most women who are flirting it up will not get touchy out of fear that you may not be interested, or that they may be too forward. 3. Her body language reminds you of classic cartoon-style flirting. Remember when you'd watch Looney Tunes and you'd see female characters flirt by batting their eyelashes, blushing, or flipping their hair? There's a little more truth to that than women often want to admit. When it comes to figuring out whether a girl has a crush on you, her body language will often be the first thing to give you a heads up. Women who are flirting it up have a tendency to show it through their facial expressions. The sexes communicate with body language differently. Girls who are flirting with you will have their eyes light up and will smile. They also might start to blush if they're shy, or if they're feeling sassy, may flip their hair. 4. When you're around other women, she looks a little hurt or jealous. This might be an early relationship red flag depending on how extreme it gets. But in most cases, it's not a sign that you shouldn't date a girl. If a girl isn't interested in you, she won't care when you're chatting with a large bevy of other girls. A girl who does have a crush on you, though, will notice if you're talking to other women. Some might not be able to play it cool and will look visibly upset if they feel like they're into someone else. It is not being suggested that you should try to flirt with other girls to find out if she has a crush on you. Actually, with some more mature women, that could make them think you're a jerk. However, if you notice that a girl looks miffed when you're talking to other women, it's definitely a strong indicator of her interest. 5. You can't help but notice that she tends to dress up extra nice when she knows she'll see you. If you and your crush tend to have a schedule that you both share, you're in luck. You might be able to figure out if she likes you based on the changes she makes to her wardrobe when she knows you'll be around. Girls aren't dumb. They know that their looks tend to be what draw men in. When they want to reel a guy in, they will often kick their makeup and hair up a notch. If she has a crush on you, you might be able to tell by how much effort she puts into her looks. If she goes all out on days you're around, but then skips makeup on a typical day you're out, she likes you. 6. You keep catching her, checking you out. This isn't just a sign she has a crush on you. It's a sign of attraction in general. People get the urge to look at things that they find visually appealing. This is why we tend to want to look at our crushes just doing their thing. If you notice a girl looking at you more often than the norm, chances are high that she has a crush on you. Of course, if you also are wearing something unusual, that could be the cause too. 7. Somehow, the topic of sex keeps coming up with her. Not all girls are shy about talking dirty, especially if they feel confident that the guy in question will like it. Sometimes, this leads to fairly obvious flirting methods that some guys might even consider to be aggressive. Though it may be rare to see, this does sometimes happen with girls. A woman who wants you to know she wants you may start talking about sex as a way to make her intentions known. 8. She jokes about the two of you dating. Do you have a tendency to get nervous around girls? This means that you are not sure about where you stand. You will claim that you are joking when you say you want to date them, especially if you got rejected shortly after mentioning something about it. Girls do it too. So, if she jokes about you being her work husband or laughs and says that you're her boyfriend at parties, then she could be hinting about her real intentions. 9. She shows off around you. Though guys are usually the ones who tend to try to attract others by flexing, girls aren't immune from trying this flirting technique out. Usually, women will flex by showing off sick dance moves, strutting their stuff, or if they're crafty, giving a guy they like a handmade gift. Keep a close eye on what the girl you like is doing. Does it seem like she's trying to flaunt her value to you? That's her way of saying, "Hey, come over here and check me out already." A lot of guys really tend to see positive signals from girls who aren't interested. There are many guys said that a girl is totally interested despite her having her arms folded and backing away from him. Folks, if she has a crush on you, she will not have body language that screams, "Get away from me." Rather, her body language will be open and clearly happy to see you. What does open body language mean, you ask? Literally, it means that she's opening herself up to you. Her legs and arms won't be crossed. She'll angle her body towards you rather than away from you, and she will be smiling at you. 10. She laughs at your jokes even if they suck. We've all had that moment where we tried to sound funny and cool in front of someone hot, only to eke out a terribly cheesy joke. In a situation with a girl who's already not interested, all this will do is make you want to crawl under a table and die because she's not laughing and you look like an idiot. Thank goodness that girls who have crushes tend to be way more forgiving. Women who are crushing on you won't care how bad the joke is thou. They'll be ready to giggle it up just so they can bond with you. 11. She halts everything else around her when you want to talk to her. It's only natural for people to want to prioritize their crush when it comes to social interactions, which is why the girl you like will probably give you deferential treatment if she has a crush on you. Look at how she behaves when you ask her a question or hang out with her. Does she stop looking at her phone when you're around? Does she walk away from friends to talk to you? If so, she's almost certainly interested in you. So, if you're feeling the same way, why not take a chance and see where it leads? After all, you'll never know unless you try.